I really like how in this room every year someone comes with a new act. And the act for 2018 is turn off the lights, turn them on. Turn off the lights, turn them on. I think it started with you, right? A couple of weeks ago. Yeah. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, a close friend of mine would describe me as the person who has to speak about Toastmasters to every single person that I meet within 30 seconds or less of meeting them. I think I can consider myself a true Toastmaster geek. And when I read in the manual that I'm supposed to speak about it, oh my God, this is bliss. I have 5 to 7 minutes of unprecedented Toastmasters material. But let's leave Toastmasters aside. Let's talk about us. Us, the humans, the social animal. Did you know that at one point during our evolution, someone, I don't know, life, evolution, whatever, made a decision for us to be born earlier than we're ready for life. That's why human babies are born incredibly incapable of surviving. That's why they are dependent on their parents, and unlike any other animals on the planet, if you leave them to themselves right after birth, chances are they're going to die. And at one point during our evolution, this choice was made in exchange for a bigger brain. So the brain would continue its growth, but the womb wasn't spacious enough. So it was decided that, okay, let this thing out, and then let the brain continue growing up. And that's why we are almost born, halfway on our development. That's why we are incapable beings when we're born. But again, survival being the primary goal, we humans developed something in addition to having a bigger brain. We developed strong social connections. We developed communities. We developed families. We developed emotional bonding with other beings so that our survival can be guaranteed. I find that rather interesting. Now, I would like to imagine you I would like you to imagine about one of your goals, maybe 5 years down the road or 10 years down the road. I'm not going to speak about you should, run after them, have passion, be the change you want to see in the world. Not that kind of BS, let's say. But I want you to think about it and ask yourselves, probably it will involve other people helping you. Probably it will involve, I don't know, maybe your boss or your superior promoting you. Maybe it will involve getting help from a group of people. I like to think that we humans are actually capable of doing things bigger than ourselves. Like, we're born, we live a certain time, it seems to be ever increasing, but still, in the lifespan of the universe or the Earth, is it like even shorter than this? What is 70 years, 80 years in 4.5 billion years that this planet has been on? So, we also like leaving behind legacies. But to be able to be architects of things that are bigger than ourselves, we need to work together, right? I mean, one person can only cause so much change in the world. Yes, history has seen lots of examples of single people creating tremendous change, but were they really single? Or did they have armies of people, not military armies, but scores of people behind them, who believed in them, who heard their message, who took the initiative to act on that message, and created that change that we attribute to that single person. And think of these examples. We had many leading men and women in the history, but behind them, probably invisible to us now, were hidden heroes that we never came to know. They were the ones who lost sleep on countless nights drafting new agendas for, I don't know, constitutions, for new governments, for new social rule, I don't know. But one person is only able to create so much change in the world. That's why to be able to be architects of things that are bigger than ourselves, we need this social connection. And what better way of establishing this connection than this thing in my face, the sounds that come out of my mouth. We have developed language, right? We are able to take now ideas and convey them to other people. And we are able to garnish them with emotions so that they get to action. We are able to make them imagine the vision that can be accomplished so that they will be inspired to act on that long after I'm gone, long after we're gone from this place. So they will take the vision further and further. That is why I believe the ability to speak in front of people is a huge gift. And each and every one of you in this room probably believes in this, at least somehow, that you have taken the time to be here. But a very dear friend of mine, much wiser than myself, said, you can read all the books about public speaking. You can watch all the videos of public speaking. You can even write essays or articles about public speaking. You will not get from point 0 to 1, out of 100 maybe, unless you come here and you stand on the stage and have everyone look at you and wonder, okay, how am I going to survive this? Because right now, this thing, let me tell you, this thing is beating right now so fast that I'm barely able to speak. But after a while, it becomes manageable, you get calmer, and then you can start on your journey becoming that inspiration that people want you to be. But for that, you have to be in this room. So please, do all us a favor. Invest in yourselves, invest in your future, and become a permanent part of this club. Thank you.